Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison, and with a veritable supply of heavy-duty lozenges, cough syrup, and of course, organic lemon honey tinged throat coat by my side, welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey. Apparently, my vocal cords have suffered the most humiliating, cataclysmic defeat at the hands of whatever bug I happen to pick up from Sarah, so I haven't really been able to speak clearly or concisely for like a week and a half now, which has been bumming me out because all I want to do is dissociate, play video games, and not worry about the horrors of the world at hand. Also, maybe talk with a fedora-wearing doggo who seems to be sniffing something up. Oh, who's a good boy? Oh, it's you. You got a moon. Good doggy. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, I wish I could just take you everywhere with me. And maybe I will, but for now, let's get on with the show. Last time, we brought the desert back to its former glory, but at the cost of never being able to experience this place at night ever again. On the bright side, at least we don't have ice to deal with, which is fantastic. They need to get the fuck out of our neighborhood and never bother us again, because we stand by our immigrant friends and we will not be forcibly detained against our will. That is, unless you are a Moai. There you go, thank you. I'm just gonna go and commandeer your husk of a corpse for just a minute because we have a P-switch here. We go and press it and we can make platforms appear, but they are unfortunately invisible. So grab the key and there's the moon. Kind of want to be careful though, but when you put your shades on, you come to a complete stop, so that's healthy. But we got another moon in the form of timer challenge number 2, which begs the question, what the hell happened to timer challenge number 1? I guess we're gonna be going there right now, but sadly our friend cannot come, he must say. And it's probably not the worst idea. So we're just gonna do a quick comb over of the desert and not spend too much time here. I just wanna try to get the ones that I remember so that I don't think that I got them the next time we come around and see what happens. But down here, this is something that I noticed in editing that I wanted to see. So there's a skull sign here, and I just assumed we'd have to come back after, you know, we saved the desert, but I think that's just always there, considering this is a bonus area. So, my bad. Someone was yelling to me about that, and I apologize. Also don't like the sound of that impact. It sounds like I heard something. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle out of here because I really don't want to spend more than 12, 13 minutes in here. Otherwise, we're probably just have nobody see what's gonna happen next, but I have considered it, and I think we are gonna do the Wooded Kingdom, which kind of is a shame because I don't really like that area that much, especially compared to the lake one. So that's just kind of one of those things where them's the breaks. We're gonna have to do them both anyways, but that's okay. So if we jump on up here, should be able to reach this one, which be our next timer challenge. Oh my goodness, there is a lovely supply of coins there, and another one of these dummies. I am in a terrible position for this. So let's go jump in here, roll on through, and we're fine. Thank you. You also might have noticed that there was an incredible power line over here that'll take us directly to the top or to the bottom of the inverted pyramid, which is great because there is no checkpoint up here and it looks cinematic as hell. In the middle, where we once fought the boss, I think Harriet was her name, there is now something crawling under the stone. Yeah, it looks a little janky, but you can't really get close unless, you know, you toss Cappy at him. And, whoops, didn't mean to abuse ya, but it's only a power moon. You got a moon, the lurker under the sand. And if you had come up here at any other point, you might have also noticed there's a Jaxi stop here, which is really unusual because why the hell would you want one up here? Well, as it would turn out, there is actually a purpose for these creatures. We already found one reunited with his family, but summoning one up here and putting him in the spot of that 6th statue will bring a whole new meaning of life to this poor creature. Oh. He broke free from the societal norms that rejected him, and you know what? Good for you, man. It is quite a view, but let's get out of here. We could go back to the ruins, which we probably should so that we can impersonate some Goombas, but first things first, let's go back to the boss arena where we fought the old Knuckle Man, which, can we reach that from here? I do wonder. Oh, we totally can. Oh my god. That's incredible. How's it going, fellas? I don't blame you for not wanting to come in here, but there's one thing we can grab, and we can also go back to the ice cavern from here. The thing is, we have an invisible creature that is surrounded by mummies, apparently, are what they are. And we can't do much about them just yet, but this dude right over here in green, oh Jesus, this is gonna suck, isn't it? We're gonna take him, and we're gonna also get loaded, apparently, but we can shoot coins at these things and defeat them, which is great. Each of them gives us a coin, but we're looking for one. If you shake the Pro Controller, you have to let them get a little closer than I'd like for comfort, but around here, there is a glowing one, all on his own, and I would rather just take care of him if I can find him. I wonder if it's random. Nope, maybe not. So I was gonna say he is typically over here. I don't think there's any reason for us to backtrack up there, so I'm just not gonna worry about it. Thank you. Under the mummy's curse. I'm gonna go ahead and ditch you now. Sorry. Just really not any point to having you around. And I'd also rather not get any mummy tissue all over me. Right. Yeah. Not me, not ever. Couldn't jump in even if I wanted. I could help, amigo. I mean, tranquilo, amigo. But I can help. Oh, you know, maybe we should just go ahead and fast travel to the top there. That might be a good idea. So, to the top of the round tower, because there's going to be a new friend for us here, and he is quite the darling creature. I don't remember your name, but I'm sure we can probably make our acquaintance. Yeah, so this is Glidon, traveling all over to glide from all of the highest places. Oh yeah, blood pumping power dive, squeaky. Well, if you don't mind, I will commandeer this vehicle in the name of the goods. So, gliding is a little awkward. You just really can't do any nosedives or anything. Otherwise, you just might be in trouble, but go and snag that. Why not? And if we go back to a high place, we can fly again, which is easily done because he just will always respawn here. But look at him doing his little dance like that. Anyways, you're going to wonder why you're there in just a minute. Because we found ourselves a portrait. And with it finally filled in, we can engage in only the most Blue's Cluesiest of activities. Oh yeah, we went there. Welcome to New Donk City. You got a moon! From the Seeker Path. There are way too many of these for comfort, and as far as I know, I'm fairly certain you can't do anything from here just yet, if at all, but things may change. It's too high to do anything, and we'll probably see this off in the distance once we inevitably find ourselves over there in the land of Sonic 06, but let's get out of here and get back to reality, shall we? I can't imagine how unpleasant that must feel. But as far as things are concerned, sure, you know what? Let's go and ride Jaxie over here. Why not? He's actually going to have something pretty nice for us clear over here for our third and final timer challenge. So this one might be a little awkward to do, but we'll see because photobombing bird every time. If we just go and roll across this as many times as you can, don't do it too much, otherwise you lose the jump. Thank you. Good God. We can go ahead and grab that. Now, while we're over here, next to the old coops, there was this fella right over here. This one I actually did forget about coming down. I think I went right past him, but this cactus has something weird at the top of it, and these birds seem very attracted to it. You go and possess it, which I'm pretty sure they showed this in the trailer, so how could I forget the most iconic possession of this incredible prickly cactus. As it turns out, yes, there's a power moon underneath. We will learn all about our posteriors here in Super Mario Odyssey, but with that, we're going to teleport one more place back to the ruins. As we noted in the last part, there are a couple of Goombas that seem to have matured, and now they're ready to find some love, man. Take that sombrero off, you silly goose. You don't deserve to wear the crown. Absolutely none of you do. We will go and build our tower. It looks like at least 4 high. And try not to get shot by a damn bullet bill. That would be ideal. Make our way clear over here because there is now a Madam Goomba. And should we meet eye to eye to her on certain subjects, she will bestow upon us the latest and greatest in Power Moon technology. Only to be completely surprised at the fact that her lover is an imposter and a plumber. Yes, we absolutely catfished the hell out of her. And I think we're done. I think that is literally everything that I want to do for now. Back in the little village over there, there is a rocket that we could play around with, but I'm gonna save that for next time, I think. It's not super important. It's just a lot of rotating buildings and a couple of Tostitos, which I feel like we're still missing a few, but we might not be able to reach them for now. But that's it. Let's return to the Odyssey and start making our way towards the next area at long freaking last. But wait, I am not entirely sure if we have enough moons or not. So dumb. Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus, 82, we're fine. But with that, we now have enough juice to make it to the next kingdom. Unfortunately, it appears as though we've hit a proverbial fork in the road. Technically, Bowser will be in both, but the Lake Kingdom is substantially shorter than the Wooded, and I am not a huge fan of this place, even though it does remind me a lot of the Pacific Northwest, so I typically like to end things on a good note, so let's head here first. A splendid idea. Let's get going. Well, I hope you like that animation because you're going to be seeing it a lot. Not only did Bowser kidnap the tiara and the binding band, but he's gonna steal the whole wedding. Billy Idol would be proud. Well, I've got some time to kill, so let's learn more about our moveset, like the homing cap throw. It seems like it would be good in practice, but it is a little janky and not the most reliable move in your arsenal. So just pray to the motion control gods it works and you'll be fine. As for the Wooded Kingdom, according to this brochure, there's a giant greenhouse filled with flowers that's world famous for its beautiful Soirée bouquet. Yeah, Nintendo loves themselves a good rhyme scheme. That and the posterior pulverizer. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the steam gardens of the Wooded Kingdom. Bit of a rough landing, but what else is new? The road to the Sky Garden is going to be a long and arduous one, so let's get started. Although we unceremoniously got spit out clear over here, we find ourselves surrounded by a chorus of robots dancing. Recent events have initiated my panic and spin routines. Oh no. A servant of the monster is illegally accessing the flower supply, God forbid. Oh. Yeah, so this all seems pretty stressful and terrible for these poor sentient robots, but aside from the sprawling beauty of the Sphinx and the world's greatest stack of cardboard boxes, we have the world-renowned, financially savvy, rusted robots who are just itching to lecture us on the economics of this kingdom. which they will introduce to us the indigenous lug nut coins, which we will find here, and they will only work here. Thank you. Well, spend money, contribute to society, do not be financially useless. I'll talk about being financially useless. This is the most uninspired assortment of clothes I've ever seen in my life. I guess we'll take the hat, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm gonna stick to what I have on now, but in fear of getting my poor, sore little nipples scratched up from branches and pine trees, I will go ahead and throw this bad boy on. Just, you know, a change of outfit. Plus, sure, why not? Let's just submit to more economic hardships. Get ourselves a power moon. Going shopping in the Steam Gardens in this economy? Hell yeah, man. So before we speak to the Sphinx, there's one thing I'd like to do. We are programmed to grow flowers. The flowers are programmed to grow. We have the world's most innocent rabbit, just minding his own business, hopping in place, without a care in the world. And with our newly acquired homing throw, we can hopefully get it. Sorry. At least he struck a pose before going. But we stole the family heirloom because he got caught hopping. And if we really wanted to stick it to this dude's wallet, we can just go take his allowance money. Why not? So over here we have a rock that actually will work this time. I thought we had to wait until, you know, we came back after clearing the kingdom, but no, it shows up right here. And we get to roll it around. In case you suffer from a bad case of the alcoholism, there's no better way of literally kicking the habit than by taking a drink of the old Rolling Rock. Because a sip of Rolling Rock is enough to make you never want to drink another sip of beer again. Trust me. How's it going, friend? Greetings, traveler, and to your hat as well. He has another riddle for us. And unfortunately, because we have been following the plot, we know that Bowser wants some flowers. God, I'd love just how low and gravelly his voice is, but sadly we cannot cosplay as his favorite hat, and he is gonna be, you know, stuck inside of that wall for a bit. So before we go exploring over there, there's a few things around here that we should probably take into consideration, like collecting these incredible just look how shiny this metallic sheen is. Oh, it's just so collectible. I want them so bad, and they stick out like a sore thumb in this place. We've got another one of these handy dandy stone blocks, and more carved out tree trunks. I'm sure somebody's gonna be missing those. Every so often we'll find something in the floor that we can go ahead and, there we go. Activate my Rotato cap, grab some coins, and otherwise find ourselves with a new mechanic to deal with. No pun intended. We have the advent of taking pictures of hint art. Even though we've already seen this Koops out in the desert, we will need to go back and take a snapshot. And this is something that we're gonna do on all of our backtracking visits, so I just figured it's not really worth it to worry about it right now. Let's just enjoy ourselves, get some soggy, mossy lug nuts to our name, or screws, or whatever we're gonna call them, and just kind of enjoy the scenery. I mean, it's definitely not beating the Pacific Northwest rep that it's getting here. Just look at those mountains, man. And look at these nuts. It's just fantastic. I will say, though, one of the reasons why I'm not particularly fond of this area is that it has a very mixed atmosphere to it. It seems like it's almost trying to go post-apocalyptic, and then it just doesn't do enough to really give that overrun look to it. It's just overly mechanical and not nearly enough nature. It's just all green. There's no flowers, and it's just kind of disappointing. On top of that, the music is really kind of grating, actually. It feels like a downgrade from any other composer's work that has been seen in this game. But we'll get into that once we get into it, because we have the introduction of the Uproot. And this man, he is a huge fan of stretching his legs, which is basically his main mechanic. It's just stretch his legs and grab things. You can also hop around just by tapping that. That's kind of cool. And you can typically defeat a lot of enemies on the first bounce, but yes, we are going to be busting a lot of nuts. So let's just get it out of the way. I had to get to the top of the tree before I could bust a nut. Let's keep on going. Got this guy over here. I'm just going to ignore him for now. there's stuff up there, but I think I have to go somewhere completely different to access it. So instead, hey, we can go and meet our fire bro buddy. How's it going, man? We can definitely take possession of this guy, but first and foremost, I'm just gonna go and take care of you here. And we do need to stretch up all the way so that we can, once again, bust a nut. The clandestine nut. The forbidden nut tucked away. Thank you. Let's head on over here, and I suppose I do need to go and take you, so thanks for that. Oh, Mario looking very confused / concerned. There's also a stick of wood there, a pile of sticks there, and I think we might get something if we manage to light it up, flame on. But the music, it starts promising enough, and then it devolves into something akin to what you would hear in Smash Bros. 1, like the title select screen or something. There's like a weird guitar line, and it's not bad, it just doesn't fit the V-Bays of this place, in my opinion. So there's another one of you here, which is fantastic. I do wonder, though, can I just like do this and get you from up here? Oop. Let me join the fray here, God. So we can throw fireballs like crazy, or we could shake and throw even farther if, well, they all disappear after a minute. There you go. So not entirely helpful enough, and when you move, you have to hop. I don't think he's capable of just walking in place, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and flame on. Grab ourselves one of those, and in trying not to spend too much time and wasting it exploring this place, a lot of it is basically inaccessible to us right now. So we're gonna have to worry about that a little bit later. Before we forget though, I do want to make sure we grab this. Ooh, hi. Appreciate that, I guess. What? You teach me something. What is this? The backwards somersault. Okay. Well, thank you. I would prefer the butt stomp, but that is fine. We're surrounded by a ton of toxic sludge, and this area is just easier to navigate when it's gone, which is easily done by heading to our next main power moon, Road to the Sky Garden. So you can already see the Brutals are up there, and we'll have another fight at the top there, but we probably won't have nearly enough time for that. So in favor of not going too over on time, we're just gonna sort of get through this all as quickly as possible. Although, yeah, you're gonna be shooting stuff into the water there. I don't appreciate that. Let's go and take this side, I guess. Oh, there we go. I meant to do that. I'll ignore some of this stuff, but these guys will end up eating Cappy, which is really sad and very annoying. So you'll have to stomp on them without your hat, and it's a little scary, to say the least. But at least Cappy can take care of a lot of this stuff just by, I guess, going over it, eating it as a spicy snack. But the piranha plants, they just spawn back way too quickly for comfort, so let's go and bonk a couple times, and we'll have to make our way through a puzzle of sorts. Are you gonna come on down? Okay, we'll do this. I wish I could have a hat like that for, like, you know, safety reasons, but let's go and grab this. Oh God, these guys are really aggressive too. They follow you to the ends of the earth. They will probably end up like snagging you at some point. A lot of invisible places for us to hide here. That is okay. Oh, there is a nut. Very nice. Let me go and snag that up, please. To get that nut in the red maze. Why not? And we'll probably need to be a little careful about this jerk. So should I just get off of this one? Because this guy just loves to like corner and like abuse. Thank you. Hopefully your friend doesn't come and join, but basically, yeah, it's a 2D section without really being much of a 2D section. Let's be careful with which ones we break. I feel like that one's pretty safe. Grab even more lugs. And we're done here. Please and thank you. So even more piranha plants, which is kind of annoying. Grab the heart that I earned, and this guy's life back apparently. And let's get ready to fight the big old piranha plant, especially since we're halfway there. So essentially, all we have to do is... Sorry, had to do it. Just like the rest of them, he falls so fast. You got a moon! And there we have it. Flower Thieves of the Sky Garden is our next main quest, which is fantastic. Nothing to say, just going back. Okay, that works. Ooh, hello, here we go. Look at that, 666 coins. It's almost like it was just my birthday. You guys remember that? 2006, The Omen came out. And it was supposed to be like the biggest thing, but it ended up like flopping pretty bad. Anyways, next time in Super Mario Odyssey, we're gonna explore a little bit. I'm probably gonna wait to also go back to this beginning area just because there's just a lot to do once the cavalry arrives, so to speak. We have a P-switch, and this is the perfect place for us to just teleport back to, but my throat has been killing me, so I'm sorry that it just sounds so trashy. I'll probably record more tomorrow instead, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Some of you probably have not even made it this far, so not worried, but take care, everyone, and I'll see you here then. God, this area is just such wasted potential.